Cusack stand. Master of ceremonies of the day was our own Micheál O'Muircheartaigh. One of the tasks Micheál had to perform, sadly, was to reflect on the tragic death of Laois footballer Colin Maher and members of his family.
But before getting proceedings underway, our President Jack Bootman wishes that we commence by observing a minute's silence as a mark of respect to the Maher family of Port Arlington, victims of an appalling tragedy over the weekend, compounded this morning by the death of another member of the family, Colin Maher, a member of the Laois football team. I invite you to stand and reflect for a moment or two.
The Almighty God.
The stand was jointly blessed by the patron of the GEA, Archbishop Dermot Clifford, and by Dean Ian Patterson, and first to speak was the Lord Mayor of Dublin.
Has played a major part in the economic, cultural and sporting life of the city of Dublin since it first opened in 1913. The old stands have cradled the hopes and dreams, the excitement and cheering, the heartaches and the groans of people from all over the country and beyond. This new development carries at the heart of history and the hopes of the future, with a great new stand reaching into Dublin's skyline. It is more than simply phase one of the ambitious plan for Croke Park. It is part of this historic and modern city, burgeoning to new life in readiness for the new millennium.
I would like to congratulate Commonwealth Cascale for the achievement in bringing this £35 million project to a very successful conclusion. It's the sign of an organisation that's facing up to the challenges that are facing all sports at the present time. And I know from my working with the leadership of the GA since becoming minister that the GA is intent and determined to stand up to face the challenges that face not only the sport, hurling and football, but all of the sports in this country, with the treating professionalism that's there. I congratulate the GA again on their achievement, and I know that this is only phase one of a four-phase project, and I'm certainly looking forward to dealing with the GA in the months and years ahead.
You're all welcome here to Croke Park for this very special and historic occasion, the official opening of this magnificent new stand. Now, I've promised everybody I will not depart from my script today, except now. People, I believe, who are perform opening ceremonies on auspicious occasions such as now, are inclined to say how humble they feel and how overawed they are by the occasion. But if you expect me to say that, you're off your collie. I have a deep, passionate pride today in the association, not just in this building, but in everything that we have done over the last 112 years. And that pride is shared by Iarúchán, Uachtarán, Tuffa, Ardshurahor. Everybody in this gathering today shares that same pride with me that we are opening this magnificent new structure. It's something we are very, very proud of, and I will not be humble on this occasion. The building of the new stand made a positive statement for our immigrants abroad, who now see every Sunday through the medium of television the magnificent arena that we are producing for our heroes in Croke Park. This, to them, is a magnificent statement from a small country, an amateur organisation, and shows what can be achieved when you have the ability and the willpower. If we could convey this to a lot of other projects going on there today, we would have a magnificent nation.
A young second ago, he'll catch the cord with the right hand, and with a good wicklow tug, he'll unveil what's underneath. Tá rain bot imroiri timper, and any of you that get an opportunity, I'd advise you to have a look at the dressing rooms even before you go. Especially for the players, AstroTurf and the practice area nets in the Scotland, it really belongs to the next millennium, Tashir Hauling Kin.
Well, obviously the new dressing rooms are going to be available to teams, and I've been down there now and they're certainly very impressive. And I was in Australia in '86 with the combined rules, and it compared very favourably. I think we saw out there. Big dressing rooms, big facilities, warm-up area and a medical room, so it's a huge improvement.
I would go along with what John has said. Yeah, the conditions are unbelievable for the players there. It's a state-of-the-art dressing room with medical facilities and warm-up areas, John has said, and you know, the shower units, everything is top class. I'd say to compare with anything in the world. You know, the GA should be complimented on what they have achieved so far, and I'd say everybody is looking forward to seeing it completed. I don't know if I'll see it in 5 years' time, but you never know.
I think for me the major feeling is one of relief that we've got as far as this day, because we've been talking about it for a long time, and there has, as you heard there today, the whole thing was discussed and planned as far back as 1987, so there has been a lot of work involved in it, and I'm delighted that we have seen it through finality, and that everybody seems to be pleased with the finished product.
We achieved this in a short time and did everything we said we were going to do, so the next phase won't present us any problems either. We will finish this in maybe 5 years, but we will finish this, the whole stadium, and then we'll have something to show for them. And I hope that we're out here that day too.
I do feel that our major achievement has been that it hasn't taken over from everything else. And when we have this done now, we'll be able to look ahead to phase 2 and to further achievements for the association in the years ahead.
But at the moment, on such an auspicious day, a time to celebrate.
Certainly, and a time, as I said, to be relieved and very pleased with what has been achieved. And we'll be able to see
an appearance in last year's Under-21 All-Ireland final, and Martin McHugh's tactical brain, and it might mean 97 is Cavan.